Alright, so it's me, myself, and everybody's gone for today. I'm in the woods. I got a soccer game to go to here in a little bit. So, and the soccer game is only about 15 minutes from here. And so I'm fixing to cut the rest of the evening until the soccer game is about time to start. So I got about 2 hours to cut. And so I'm fixing to do a walk around of the Tigercat L830. So here she is. Well, L830C rather. It's a track cutter. And here's the head. If you're ever going to get a track cutter, you need to make sure you get the 340-degree rotate wrist. This head will actually turn upside down. The disc will go all the way up. Once I get in it and start running it, I'll show you how that works. But that's what makes a track cutter is having that wrist, because it allows you to lay that tree beside you without having to swing all the way around and stuff like that. The head that's on it is a 5702 Tigercat head. Just a lot better head than a freaking Warthog head. I'm here to tell you, or John Deere, or whatever they call them now. I mean, this thing right here, you can shovel with it. You will not hurt those fingers on it. This machine has almost 5,000 hours on it now, and I've not done any welding on it. The only welding I've done is a hard face. I do a lot of hard facing on our stuff, and I'm gonna tell you, y'all who are in the woods running, hard facing is worth every penny. Look at that, all that's hard faced right there. It'll never wear out. It'll never. All this here is hard faced it. It's well worth the money to hard face it. Never put a rod on it except the hard face. Arms ain't bent. John Deere won't hold up like that, I tell you. One of the gripes I didn't like about this, that cover right there, that it was not on there. We actually had that designed and built, and then I put it on to protect this cylinder. Up in here, there's a hydraulic line right there, and we knocked that hydraulic line off 3 times before I had that cover built, and you see it turned out really nice. Welded it, just basically tacked this bar to it, screwed it to it. It's got a hole over here on the other side where we can get to that line up there. But Tigercat kept telling us, said, well, we've never had that problem before. Well, I guess up there in the Pacific Northwest where they run, I guess they don't have no trees that break up there. Had this cover right here built. It was just this cover, but had it built to come on down. It didn't cover. These are metal lines under this cover. And so we had this one built, and I put it on. No, here's where I put it on. I put it on the back part. It didn't cover the metal lines. And there again, this is the only one of these machines that was running in the southeast at the time when we started running it. But so did those couple improvements, because the brush here in where we run in Mississippi just tears these metal lines up right there and everything. But very well built machine. Other than that right there, it's fine. It's got a 300 horsepower 9-liter Cummins in it's what it's got in it. This from here up is identical to an 822, but that's where it ends. From there down is what makes it an 830, and this is a leveler. You can see these cylinders, how big they are. That's about a 3.5-inch rod. You see all the bolts. Holds a rod cap on, and you can see just how thick all this metal is here on this thing, where it pivots at, and all this stuff here. And see, I am just about standing up under it. My head is just taller than my head is right here. Massive undercarriage. How big those pins are on this thing. We hadn't had to do any undercarriage work to it other than replacing these slides. There's three of these slides on each side, and we replaced them. There's just 2 bolts that come in from the top, and we replaced them one time. Very happy with the Cummins power. Very happy with it. Like it. Come on around here. You can see how big where it pivots at there. This is water's running out of the bottom of the calf from where it got rained on. Right there, but just massive, massive metal and everything. Tigercat stuff, they build it very well, and I know that. I'm not saying that because I had never run no John Deere. Man, we've run up a bunch of freaking John Deere, so I know what I'm talking about. As you can see, just huge pins and all in this sucker. But I'm gonna video some running it, but not today. I don't normally run it. My baby brother runs this thing, Derek, and so I'm gonna video him running. I can run it pretty good. I can't run it like he can though. He can run it really, really good. But you can see how big these pins are down here. I mean, just massive pins in that track chain. Tigercat's been good to us too. We own 2 Tigercat machines, this one and the 635, and they've been good to us. Last summer we were having some problems with our planetaries on our track motors back there. It wasn't wanting to hold when you got on the hill, and so they put 2 brand new ones on there. I mean, didn't even ask no questions. Of course, it was out of warranty too, and they did it. But just a huge machine. This machine weighs 86,000 pounds is what it weighs, and it's heavy. I was told that the zero tail swing machine would not stand up in wet ground when we were gonna buy it, and the people who told us that was right. All the weight is just sitting right in the middle of it. And so if you think you're gonna buy one of these to cut in wet ground, you got another thought coming, brother. You better have your damn good operator on it to run in some wet ground, because you, like that pine top right there, you could throw it down in front of it, it'll go right through it. But if you got the right operator on it, they can still do, if they know what they're doing, they can do pretty good in wet ground. But if you're gonna run in wet ground, you need a tail swing machine like what our processor and loader is. But I don't want to get this video too long because I'm gonna tag on a little bit of running it probably, or messing with it here too. So I'm fixing to get up here and cut some wood down. See y'all later. So I cut for about 1.5 hours. I'm fixing to have to go, and I'm not tracking the machine all the way back up there. I'm just gonna leave it sitting out here on top of the hill. I cut a path up through there, and then went all the way up, and then was working my way back. And I cut some back down over here too. But something head on. There's the disc. Still running silver clear, man. It's a lot. They call that it's a 5702, and they call that a 23-inch head. It's a lot larger than the 22-inch head from Wartall that John Deere puts out, that builds now. And like I said earlier in the video, the structural part of it is a lot better. It's a lot, the fingers, the tree clamps on it are built a lot better than what a John Deere is. And we still have 2 John Deere cutters. We still have 2 843H's, both of them which have over 10,000 hours on them. They're okay machines, but they won't do what that machine right there will do. We're running this steep ground. This track right here is not that steep like what we normally run in, but even when we're running that steep ground, Derek can still cut 25 loads a day by himself, and I'm not exaggerating either. I'll get him on video running it, cutting with that, because like I said, he's a lot better than I am cutting. I don't normally run. I do all the loading and all. So, but just thought I'd share all that with y'all. You wonder, I know a lot of people wonder, well, how do y'all have the equipment that we got? Because basically we've got 3 machines that are $500,000 a piece, and here's how we do it. You can have this kind of equipment But you can only have it if you are not making but a couple payments on a machine. If you are one of these who are making 4, 5, 6 payments, sometimes even 3 payments on machines and trucks and all that stuff, you can't financially swing a $500,000 machine. Because if you're looking at, if you put, you know, $40,000, $50,000 down on a machine that costs $500,000, your payments are going to be about $11,000 a month for 4 years. So, and that's a lot to swing in 4 years. But here's the difference with us. We've always worked within our means, unlike a lot of people. And we've been doing this a long, long time. This is my 30th year, and so you can't do it starting up. You have to give it time. You have to get things paid for. You can't be like the rabbit trying to get the carrot dangling in front of you all the time. If you do, you're going to be conventionally normal logging all the time, and so we've based our operation off of more of a West Coast operation. Those guys have got it figured out there, and that's what we did. I've been out there, I've been all over the country. I do a lot of work with John Deere on different projects and stuff like that. So I've been able to see a lot and experience a lot and talk to a lot of different people, and so that's helped us a lot over the years. But so we get, you know, these machines, these high dollar machines like that. That's what allows us to run. Man, I hate ladybugs. This place is eat up with them too. But I'm fixing to head on to a soccer game, watch my little girl play, my oldest play tonight, high school game, and also I'm almost to my truck. So we will see y'all peeps later.